So I think you can see how you look at that and you go, yes, it's a nice little kind of flaky experiment, right? The augmented reality application that's loose in the world. But I look at that and go, are we moving now toward, we are moving toward a place where, advertising are these intelligent swarms of things that are around us all the time, but we can't see them unless we activate them and choose to activate them in the real world with our with our phones. I mean, how long is it? They do coupons now. I think it's like Jamba Juice and Starbucks do that. But I mean, how long before when Acne or someone wants to have a sale that they don't just release a swarm of coupons out around their store and then you go and catch them all, and when you catch them all, they're gone. Right? So, when inventory and being able to use that kind of data matches that kind of data, it's going to be scary and exciting. Okay? So, this is scary and kind of exciting. So, this is a project we did for a client of ours, Lamisil. Lamisil, does everybody know Lamisil? If you get icky feet, you put this on your feet and they're not icky anymore. And what they wanted to do was, they wanted to do an event. And I think interactive is only really useful, especially in a marketing sense, that if it's telling something that's really true about the product. So what we did was we went to the largest mall around London. Sorry, it's bad music again. Saatchi's. I think we only have one CD, and it's called Bad for all of our films. And so what we did was at Westfield Mall, one of the highest traffic areas inside. Sorry, buddy, I've got my back to you. Inside of Westfield Mall, we set up projectors with motion tracking systems in it. So when you walk into that space, these weird little fungus start chasing you, and they start attaching themselves to your feet. So the more that you stay in there, the longer you stay in there, the more this like goopy crap sticks to your feet. But the only way to get rid of them, and people were stepping on them and stomping on them thinking it's a game, the only way to get rid of them was to walk into the middle of the space, step on the Lamisil tube, and then the product came out and spelled the headline out in goo, and they all exploded, right? So we kind of demonstrated, in order to get rid of this, use it. Now, the cool thing about this is not millions of people saw it. I mean, it was over a holiday weekend, but the amount of content that we've made from this, people filming it, people uploading it, no one can do anything anymore without putting it on YouTube. We've had, 10 times the budget that we would have spent to do one press ad in PR coverage. And this, I just think this is absolutely clever. So New York, Forever 21 is like Groovy Kid Store, right? And they have this amazing billboard. And so what they did was, and the thing I like about this is they use it as a product catalog. So this cute girl comes out, and those are the people down in Times Square. She goes, come on in, come on. She takes a picture with a Polaroid camera. Board. Here it comes. Oh my God, it's all the people down in Times Square, right? So if you look at this now, when this launched, they had to have police out there to get the people away from it because they were standing out there. And then occasionally another cute girl will come out, grab somebody out of the crowd, pick them up, because it's basically just taking a picture of the crowd. She throws them in her bag and then she walks off, right? And then another girl comes out. Oh, I'm going to steal this dude. Takes him away, right? But the cool thing about this is it's product catalog, right? They're walking out there, they're wearing the gear, she's already changed clothes, right? And that's basically 24 hours a day going through and doing this. But the people on the street are going, make my picture, film, and all from a single billboard with a very, very, very simple digital thought behind it, right? I mean, how hard is it to capture a picture of your desktop, right? And that's basically all it is. But, right, we're moving it on a home. So this is playtime, this is the fun bit, yeah? Not that it's not all fun. Were you having fun all day? Yeah? Okay. So I'm a snowboarder. I still snowboard. I don't go out and break bones and knock teeth out like I used to, but I still board a lot. So Nokia is awesome company, and have made some really cool stuff. And the Push project, you might have seen the Push project where they wired up skateboards and with telemetry and tracking devices, and then used the Nokia phone as the collection point for that. And they were basically mapping skateboarders in three-dimensional space. The exciting thing is that they've just come out with the same product for Burton. And where I think this is really cool, I'll talk over this, we have a bit of time at the end, is they wire you knee pads, your boots, your board, and your body so that they can tell what your weight distribution is while you're moving through space, right? You're also being tracked on an XY coordinate so that all your moves are basically being recorded in real time, right? So basically, what Nokia's done with skateboarding and now with snowboarding is they've turned the world into a giant video game, right? Because now the dudes and dudettes that go out and ride wearing this gear will be able to absolutely accurately compete against other people, right? So they'll be able to go online and look at my run and go, you know what, I bet I can shave a second off of that. I'm going to challenge them to do it, try to do my same run, and then record it. I mean, we're basically turning everything and everywhere in the world into a game. The other thing about this that I think is, scary interesting is that with sensor devices being implanted in basically everything around us now, are we actually ever going to have to look at, some performance athletes, or are we just going to wire them up and send them down the hill and go, you get on the Olympic team and you don't, right? So there's a lot of really interesting stuff about this. I like this from a games perspective because for me, kids sitting at home playing Xbox is just kind of melting your brain, right? But with this, taking sports outside and turning it into competitive, real life video game stuff is gnarly. Yeah. And I wish I wasn't so old so I could do it. This is done right here in Stockholm, yeah. It's done by Saatchi, our Saatchi office here. I really like this. The thing I really like about digital is best stuff to me is when it's not a trick, where they take something that is a cool thing to do with digital and marry a great idea behind it. And I'll play this film. Sound, maestro? Oh, is it me? Sorry.
Toyota knew most drivers think eco-driving is boring, so we decided to challenge that and turn it into a fun challenge once and for all. Armed with nothing but 60,000 glasses of water, Toyota launched Sweden's biggest eco-driving challenge ever, simply by asking curious drivers to put the glass on their dashboard and experience the instant effect of eco-driving by lowering fuel consumption by 10%. While it's not rocket science, it obviously forces you to drive more smoothly, which in fact is the essence of eco-driving. Simultaneously, to spread and make the campaign accessible for a broader target, Toyota launched the world's first virtual glass of water app on the Apple App Store that behaves exactly like a glass of water. It worked like this. The virtual glass of water behaves just like a glass of water on your dashboard. The more smoothly you drive, the more your fuel consumption and CO2 emission goes down. Simple as that. Then you shared and participated, simply by uploading your data to an interactive campaign site that was the center of gravity for the eco-driving challenge. The site was integrated with Google Maps and Facebook. To drive awareness of the challenge and app, an online campaign together with TV commercials and print advertising urged drivers not only to take part but also challenge each other to reduce fuel consumption by 10% with a simple glass of virtual water. The result was clear proof that eco-driving is not boring if you make it fun, simple, and engaging. You see results instantly and easily compare your efforts with others. There were over 60,000 downloads of the app, which made it the third most downloaded during the campaign. 29,042 people joined the challenge and changed their driving behavior. It's pretty amazing what you can achieve with a simple glass of water.
That's pretty cool, huh? I mean, great, really, really simple idea. It beat Angry Birds for a whole day. Angry Birds! Angry glass of water. That's what we should call the next one, right? But it's where that all the cool technical stuff that's inside of an iPhone that all teams that I'm always working with, I show them that and go find the idea and we'll work the tech back from there. Right, recognition. Right, sort of gets spooky, huh? My nephew, I was running around buying stuff at Acne for him today. To him, privacy is a button on Facebook, right? He doesn't understand it at all. I mean, 150 years ago, and there was no privacy because we all lived in these little tiny towns, right? And everybody knew our business, and there was no button to keep the neighbors from gossiping about you or knowing anything about you. And now we've got all these laws and all this kind of stuff with Facebook and privacy happening. At the same time, we have really, really like CIA level sophisticated image recognition software that anybody can use, right? And for me, the implications between that are, again, chilling and scary, but on the other side, quite interesting from a marketing point of view. This is what I think is this gets into, is it for stalkers? Is it for marketing? Yeah, it's an application called Recognizer. I'm just going to kill the sound on it. It's got awful music and not made by Saatchi's. Yeah, surprise, surprise. So what Recognizer does is you take a photo of yourself, and that's that dude taking a picture of himself, and then a little menu appears down along the bottom. You grab all of the icons, whatever way you live virtually, put them in and arrange them in a jaunty kind of halo around your head, however you want. And then that's your Recognizer profile. So your face has now been stored on a fairly high resolution camera, and you turn the Recognizer on, and it identifies that person, then the girl, and those are all the different ways to contact her, and that's all her contact information, right? So it's the spooky bit is is it going to be people just walking down will we be able to have people just walking down the street taking photos and going, oh, I've got that person's. I mean, the data protection laws around it are pretty scary, but on the other hand, I look at it from a marketing point of view and go, okay, so are we going to be able to do, when somebody sees I'm selling a Toyota and somebody sees a Honda, are they going to be able to take a photo of that and overlay my Toyota over the top of it and do a comparative virtual drive at the same time? Is Coke going to buy, the image recognition space around every Pepsi billboard in the world so that when they take a picture of a Pepsi billboard, it turns into a Coke? I mean, it's like, no, we're not just talking about, well, yeah, but seriously, somebody will do it. And I hope they give me credit. This is just a lot of fun. This is called Lookup, and we were talking to these guys, and they are just absolutely, they're nuts, right? And what it is it's Space Invaders, because we don't have to invent new games anymore, right? Pac-Man Space Invaders. And what it does is it recognizes the environment that you're in, and then it puts UFOs into that environment, and you're basically trying to shoot and destroy all the UFOs that are attacking you. Right? I mean, isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Yeah, but just think about it. I can't buy advertising space on Buckingham Palace, right? But let's say I'm launching the next King Kong movie. I could have King Kong come and stand on top of Buckingham Palace and jump around from that, right? I can't do some of the things in the world that there are media spaces that are impossible to get. That's the kind of technology I think that's going to get us there.